This is a P1 energy video looking at the equation for elastic potential energy. Now this is the one of the equations that you will be given on the equation sheet in the exam. We've got 0.5, so half, times a spring constant in newtons per metre, times the extension squared. Okay, now it's extension, not total length. So we've got it in a formula triangle, and we assume that the limit of proportionality has not been exceeded. So you stretch an elastic band and it stretches in this uniform way, this way that kind of gives us this positive correlation on a graph. And then after a while you keep pulling it and you put more and more force into it, but it doesn't stretch anymore. Okay, where that graph kind of tails off and it stops being a straight line graph, kind of curves off at the top, we've reached the limit of proportionality. So all of this calculation is used within that limit of proportionality. So spring constant kind of gives us an indication of how stretchy a spring or an elastic band is. Okay, and the question says, what is the spring constant of a spring with an elastic potential energy of 30,000 joules when extended by 4.7 meters, and it wants the answer to 3 significant figures. So what I did is I took the equation. I know I want spring constant, so I can rearrange using my formula triangle. Then I'm going to do the elastic potential energy divided by half the multiplied by extension squared. Okay, so I've rewritten that equation. I've put in my information. Okay, and it's really important to remember that we do this multiplying at the bottom first. So you can see I've converted this equation by working out 4.7 squared, times that by half, I get 9.4. Okay, then I do my 30,000. It's nice to do things in steps, show the examiner you know what you're doing, stop yourself getting confused. And when I do that 30,000 divided by 9.4, I get a spring constant of 3,191 newtons per metre. I go back to the question and it asks for my answer to 3 significant figures. So I've changed my answer to 3,190 newtons per metre. Hope you found that useful. Thank you.